Next, we're gonna, learn about how to format your strings in order to let your user know what has happened, just to give them a proper formatted output, for being, giving a clear explanation. So, say. I have a variable called name and age, and both has different types of data, John and 14, which is string and integer data type. So you can combine integer with data, string data type by using comma. That would work. So this is the most simple one. But what happens here is you have to use lots of commas, quotations. You have to close it open it in one place and close it in another place. You have to that would become little problem here. So say I'm going to add another string and after this as well. Okay, so John is 14 years old. So if I run this, so you can see it has combined all together as a single sentence, but I have used lots of quotations, commas, and all, that would create a problem when you have too many of them. But another way to do is using plus. So if you use plus, the problem is your interpreter would not combine a string with a integer data type by using plus. What you have to do is you have to convert the integer into string. Plus operator in Python is to do addition operation, that's different, mathematical addition. And the other thing is to combine sequence together. So it combines strings together, lists together, even tuples together. So here, since I'm using plus to combine, strings and numbers, I'm converting the number into string data type. And how do you do that is by using a method called str string method. So any data type that you want to convert has to go within the set of parentheses, and that would get converted into string. It could be of any type. So if I run this now, you can see John is 14 years old, got printed successfully. But you can see the length of the code has also increased here. Look how much it has extended now by applying a function. It's too much of functionality, too much of quotation syntax here. But one other simple way to do is by using a format method. And how you could write that is, or the syntax for your format method is, this is one of the built-in functions in Python. So you can write string dot format method. So in the place of string, you can write the string that exactly you want to print within the quotation, and dot format within the parentheses. You can line up your variables. Make sure you order your variables separated by comma. So in the string, in the place of writing the variable name or the data that is stored in the variable, what you could do is you can simply use a set of empty curly brackets to act like a placeholder here. So here I'm going to write John is again another set of empty curly brackets. Here I'm going to write the number, years old, dot format, and then set of parentheses, name comma age. So name and age you have to make sure you line it up in the order, so it's just going in the right order. So the first placeholder, your name would get stored, and in the second your age would get displayed. So if I run this now, you can see John is 14 years old. But if you don't give it in the right order, that's all right. You can use index numbers to mention what has to come where. So since I have written age first and then name, the index number of age would be 0, index of name would be 1. And within the brackets, you can write the index number. So since I've written 1 here, the name would get displayed here, and 0, in the place of 0, age would get displayed. So if I run this, John is 14 years old. And another simple way to write is by using f in the beginning, nothing else. So the syntax goes like this. So write f followed by that the string that you want to display. But another simpler thing here is by just writing directly your variable name in the place of writing the data that variable stores. But another important thing is when you're writing a variable name, by using f, you could just enclose the variable name by using curly brackets. So name is age. So age, years old. If I run this, it has printed the same statement. So this is the most simple way of formatting your string. And one final way is by using percentage here. So the syntax goes like this. String percentage variables within curly brackets. So it just works like format that we saw earlier, but there are a few changes here. You don't need a dot operator to separate your percentage and the string part. And the second thing is you don't have to use curly brackets here as a placeholder. You will be using percentage yes and percentage d. So s would act like a string. So if you want to display string here, then that would go in here. And if you're displaying integer, that would go in the percentage d place. So if I run this, let me just add years old. So if I run this, you can see John is 14 years old. So these are the different ways to format your strings.